Hi everyone, I thought I'd do a little demo today of how to create this watermelon slice. So let's get started. The first thing that you will need is some green felt for the rind and some white felt for the rind as well. Then you'll need a 1.5-inch circle for the watermelon. And this is going to be the bottom of the watermelon slice, and that is 2 3/8 inch by 3/4 of an inch. And then you cut it into an arc on both sides. So after you have those pieces cut out, the next thing that you're going to do is take your watermelon circle and iron it in half so it has a nice crease in the center. And then you lay in the arc here to create the bottom of the watermelon slice. And the next thing that you want to do is baste that piece in just so that everything stays together while you're sewing. Now I've got a piece here that I've started. This piece is basted and I have been whip stitching it. So the whip stitch is just like this. So you're going to go through the edge and the thread will whip around it. Just like that. Now I'm almost at the end here, and I've left an opening from here to here, just a small opening that we'll be able to get our stuffing into. And I'm going to leave my thread and needle attached. I want to take out this basting before I do my stuffing, so we'll get rid of that. Now, we've got this little hole left here into which we can put our stuffing. So we're going to take small pinches. So this is some wool stuffing, and I'm just going to take the skewer. This is a little bamboo skewer. These are great for stuffing tools. And I'm going to fill this little watermelon slice right up. So I'm going to go stuff one of the pointed ends and then go in and stuff the other pointed end. Okay. And I just want to take sort of small pinches here so that I can get it through the hole and be able to manipulate the stuffing easily. Watch out that your thread doesn't get drawn into the hole. Okay, maybe just a little bit more. Let's see here. We want to kind of maintain the slice look of the watermelon. It's going to get a little bit puffy, but when we add our beads or little seed stitches to make the seeds, it'll flatten back out again. I think this might be my last bit of stuffing. We want enough in there that when we add the beads, it doesn't collapse. I think that's about right. Okay, you can see he's a little chubby, but he's got stuffing everywhere. All right, let's get the last little bits of our stuffing in. And if there are any stragglers that you don't want to see, you can just kind of pull them back and clip them with your scissors. So then we'll finish up the whip stitch here. You can just pinch it together, pinch that hole closed together, and do a few stitches to close up that stuffing hole. All right, so there we go. And I'll do a little knot to end our stitch. Now, that knot is going to be hidden underneath our rind, but if you want to learn how to hide a knot, all you need to do is put the point of your needle back through the hole just below the knot, and you can pop the knot through and hide it on the underside of the fabric. And then just trim your thread flush with the work. Okay, so we are ready for the next step. So this is where our rind pieces come in, okay? So what we're going to do here is take our tacky glue. This stuff is really great. This is turbo tacky glue, but the original tacky glue will work just fine. And then we're gonna hit the back of the slice with our glue. All right. And then you're just going to spread it around. Try not to get it on the sides of the slice, but just on the piece that you attach to the circle. So flatten that all out. Nice and smooth. Get all those sides covered right out to the edges. Okay, and this is where your white comes in. So the rectangle, you want it to be big enough so that when you attach it to your watermelon slice, you have lots of overhang, and then we'll trim away the excess to get a nice clean edge. So you can kind of roll it on your surface and press in like this. The good news about the tacky glue is that it dries really quickly, and so you won't be at this for too long. All right. Still need some time to dry, but we can still cut it at this point. You don't want to clean off your fingers so you don't get glue on everything else. Okay, and got a little pair of scissors here. Just going to take my scissors and trim right along that edge. I don't know if you can hear all the construction outside. Hopefully not too much, but we're having our porch rebuilt. So if there's any extra noise, that's what's going on. All right. So here we go. Be careful not to trim into your stitching at all. Okay. So that's that. And if there's a little bit of white, you can just nip off the corners there if you need to. Okay, so now we have our white rind ready to go. If you happen to have any magnets, you can attach a magnet in between the white and the green layers of the rind, and you'll have a little refrigerator magnet. So let's do that. Add a tiny dab of glue to go underneath our magnet, just like that. Okay, and here we go. We're going to add our green felt now. Okay. Same thing with our glue. We've got a little bit of glare there. Sorry about that. And we're going to take our glue and go right out to the edge of that white. See if we can get rid of that glare. Right out to the edge, right around our magnet. Want everything to get attached. But again, try not to get it on the sides. Okay, so we are well covered. I'm just going to clean off my hand. And we can lay on the green now. So there we go, just like that. Nice, nice. Okay, and we're going to press that down again. You can see the white rind showing up. That's pretty nice. Okay. All right. Okay, so it's still damp, but we don't have too much overlap here, so I'm gonna chance it and use my scissors and trim off the green. Might have to clean off those scissors afterwards. This is water-soluble glue, so it's not a problem. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we've got our rind. I really love this green color. This is one of the colors in my color card called Relish. And the pink of the watermelon is a new color. I have a small amount of it right now, but I'll be ordering more soon. And that is called Strawberry. So that's available. And then the white color is Antique White, and that's also available in my Etsy color card. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is add the seed beads. So I have these teeny tiny seed beads. If you have something this small, you're definitely going to need a beading needle. So you're going to want something really, really skinny to get through the holes in those beads. If you don't have any beads handy, you can just do French knots for your seeds. You could also do a seed stitch, something very simple, just stitching back and forth to create the seeds. I've got one here that's in progress, so you can see I've added some of the seeds to it. And let's just get a few seeds off of here, and we'll add those on. Okay, so I've got my thread coming out right there. I'm going to pick up a seed, and then I'm going to go through to the other side. Okay, and I'm trying to organize them in rows here. So we'll grab another seed, and then when I go out the other side, I want to figure out the best spot. So I think I want to go between these two here on the bottom row. Okay. And add this little guy and back to the opposite side. Again, I'm going to go between these guys on the bottom row. Pull a few more beads off. Go. We've got one more on this side. So each time I add a bead, I'm pulling in a little bit, and that's going to flatten the surface of my watermelon so that it's not puffed out. Okay, so this looks like that's my last bead on this side. I think I need one more over here. Yeah, there we go. All right, so this will be the last bead here. And then I'm going to run this over to the other side, and I'm just going to come out anywhere because I'm going to hide my ending knot. Okay, so now I've got my beads here and my beads here, and I'm going to hide that ending knot, okay? So what we want to do is cross our thread over, put the needle through the hole, cross the loop over, and then I'm going to hold on to the needle and my thread here, and I'm going to open these two fingers and draw this loop open so it's nice and tight against the surface of the watermelon. Put my thumb on it and pull. I'm going to do another one of those on top of it, just to make sure everything's secure and I don't lose those beads. Okay, now to get rid of our knot, I don't know if you can see here, but what I'm going to do is send this needle right back through the hole that's underneath those two knots. Okay, and it doesn't matter where I come out. I'm going to take the knot and I'm going to pop it through the surface. I think maybe we should do that one more time on this side just so that you can see. So I'll make two knots on top of each other. And then I'm going to put my needle through the hole that's just behind my knot. My needle's going to come out anywhere, it doesn't matter. And then, so here's my thread going in, and you can see the knot there sitting on the surface, and now I've just popped it through. And then you can take, if you've got a little hole left over, you can take your needle. So I've got a little hole, you can see right there. I'm going to take my needle and just zip, 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 and make it disappear. And then the end of my thread here, we've got several knots, so we're all secured with our beads. And I'll just take it and cut it flush with the surface of the watermelon. Still got a little glue on my fingers. All right, there we go. There is our watermelon, and you can see it's magnetic. All right, thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.